We know there are several thousand people who've been working up there exposed to the smoke. It's not realistic for us to go around and measure them all, but we think that this crew, together with perhaps some who are now currently still working up there, will give us a good picture of what the effects of the smoke have been. Obviously here we're looking at the professional firefighters. We've also got the wild firefighters who deal more with the trees than with the urban situation. Volunteer firefighters, a lot of them up there, and they don't necessarily have the same protection from the WCB and so on as the professional people, and together with all the construction workers and people who are working for Syncrude and Suncor who've been trying to get the oil sands back up and running. So those all are people who would be of interest. Their exposures may be a bit different from the professional firefighters, but they have certainly been exposed to levels of smoke and ash and so on that are very abnormal. We would hope to be able to describe the types of exposures that were associated with respiratory or other symptoms and those that weren't, so that we could advise, for example, working for 15 hours at a stretch was not a good idea, but two spells of 8 hours with 5 hours in between. The types of respiratory protection people use may be important. So we're looking, as always in occupational health, we're looking for things that can be modified. So we can go back and say, if this situation arises again, you'll probably have less ill health if you modify these aspects of the job. So that's what we're looking for. We're
mostly concerned about, the cumulative effects of, like I said, the very, very heavy conditions that are much, much more than normal. So for us, we have a wellness fitness initiative, and so we do medicals, and all the staff, it's a voluntary program, but all the staff have the opportunity to do that. And a respiratory test that's just like this one is part of that. But this one is very focused on these conditions, and certainly the area around Fort McMurray has a lot of other hazards, and the exposures that the guys have been around and involved in, we want to see what the effects of those are on the staff. So.